Hey guys, today I'll make a desert-themed Bioactive Leopard Gecko enclosure for my new-ish Leopard Gecko, using the Bioactive's Terra and the Terra Stone Desert substrate. First, I must get my main hardscape into position. This will be the main eye-catcher of the setup and will create multiple hides and caves for my gecko to hide in. I then secure it to the background using 100% silicone. It's important to use 100% silicone because there's no added chemicals or ingredients that could harm my gecko. I then add my substrate on top of the silicone to hide it from view. I now start making my humid hide. This hide is constructed using a Tupperware container that I cut a hole in the top of and spray foam the top so it looked more natural. I then spread silicone over the top and press my top layer of substrate into it. This will make it look flush with the substrate and look like a burrow in the ground. I then add my drainage layer. I'm using the Josh's Frog Silica False Bottom. This will be a thin layer as the Terra doesn't need much of a drainage layer to function. I then start to configure my substrate barrier so it fits around the driftwood I have siliconed into place. What I ended up doing was cutting the window mesh into 3 different sections and configuring them separately around the driftwood. I then put my humid hide into place and then start adding the substrate. There is no real secret when adding substrate, but I do tend to make the substrate multi-leveled as it looks more interesting to the eye. I then start to situate the rest of my driftwood which I collected at a local pond. I added a piece of slate on top of my cave so it picks up the heat from the deep heat projector that's going to be used as the heating device for this enclosure. After I finish putting in the base substrate, it's time for the best part of the enclosure, the plants. Now for the process I affectionately named de-dirting, where I take off most of the original substrate from the plants so I can add it to the enclosure. I ended up forgetting to include the part of me planting the plants, so I'll just name them off and show images here. After putting the plants in, I can add the top layer of the substrate. I'll be using the Terra Stone Desert substrate. The color is Sonoran Ochre, as it looks more like the Sonoran Desert, because I want the setup to mimic that. I then felt that the middle space was empty, so I positioned a large piece of driftwood in the middle to look like a fallen branch in the desert. I then added more black slate as it contrasts nicely against the yellow substrate and makes it look more like a desert. I then sprinkled some of the base substrate on top and mixed it in, as it gives it more of a natural look and doesn't make it look like gold dust on the ground. And with the final touches, it was finished.